There is just 2 rounds remaining in the Aviva Premiership for 2014, and with a top 4 spot already wrapped up for the Saints and a match-up against the lowly bottom of the table Newcastle Falcons, it's an ideal opportunity to branch out and give the whole squad a bit of a run in this match of opportunities. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Aviva Premiership, where we are up to round number 21. And the Newcastle Falcons, bottom of the table, will be facing the top 4, 4th place Northampton Saints. Now the Falcons are having a season to forget. That is the main thing to come from this year for them. They have 20 losses from 20 matches. They haven't won a single thing from their whole season so far. These two sides met way back in round 10, and remarkably so, it was only 17-3 to the Saints. That match was closer than a lot of fans would have expected. The last 2 results from the Falcons have seen big losses, 40-15 going down to the Worcester Warriors, and well, a close loss, 23-25 to the Exeter Chiefs. Probably their one chance at getting a victory. Well, they let that slip, and it's looking like a season without any glory for the Newcastle Falcons. The Saints have had the full going over here. The first team players, most of them, have been given the week off as they have done enough to earn their side a top 4 place. Now, it is still possible that they could catch Harlequins in 3rd, but things would be expected from this lineup to still take out the Falcons in decent fashion. There's only about 4 players backing up from the last week's match, and most of the season really, it is the back row primarily that keep their spots due to the fact that we don't have much in the way of backup in those positions, and already with the injury out to Clark, it is going to be Dowson, Wood and Van Veltzer who will keep their spots in the back row. The other player is Vasily Artemyev on the left side of the wing. He keeps his spot. The youngster, a recent addition to the first 15, and keeps his place in there to keep pressure on the likes of North and the PCs of this world. That is, of course, not the normal PC. That is not George PC starting. That is Ken PC starting this week to keep things nice and confusing. So the Saints, a new look, just about 15, a new look 12 for this match today against the Falcons, round 21. The Aviva Premiership regular season, teams like these Falcons just have 2 matches remaining and their season is done, and we are kicking off round 21 already. The Falcons playing in the white. It is the Saints in the green. Away strips aplenty today, and an early turnover going the way of the Falcons. Straight off the whistle, it goes out to Tate, and he does well. Gets through 1 tackle before his wayward offload dwindles into touch, and as per usual, it is quite a hectic start to this matchup. 2 minutes in and already a line out, already a half break, and straight away throwing in. Oh, it's an intercept of the line out, stolen at the front nicely from Toms, and it's coming away for the Falcons. They put it back to the left side, nicely done for Lawson. He's up against Wilson at the back, and coming in is Tate.
Release.
This is just 6 or 7 metres out here for the Falcons. To the right they go, a chance here for McLeod, opens it up, tripped ahead from Hellier, and he couldn't quite get the advantage he required from that play. The Saints will slow it down, a fast start here from the Falcons, and who saw that coming? Hellier just about getting one away, the grubber kick using up the side's advantage for the offside, and it gives a chance for Dixon to thump it long, and he gives a good distance on the 2, and it goes down to Blair, who returns the kick to Artemyev. Artemyev turns, looks back for Mercer. Mercer's knocked it on. Wood picks it up, it will surely go back. And that is the first touch for Mercer, knock on. And a good opportunity here for the Falcons.
Crouch.
They have a set piece, a scrum inside the 22 of the Saints.
Sit.
Blair will put in. Not the best start for this new look Saints side. Can any of these players put their hands up for the final couple of rounds. Oh, that's a good payment there from the front row. That is excellent work. And Van Velsen will run it off the back, and he goes into the tackle of the opposite back rowers. Well taken. Mayhew keeping an eye on things. Now they look to the backs. Mercer keeps it in hand this time. Craig's on hand. He goes wide. Waller keeping it open for PC. Now Ken PC looking over the top. He goes. Chip over the top of Alex Tate. And then taken. Blair covering at the back. Nicely done from the scrum half, but he's going to lose possession. It's there for Dixon. To Elliott in his first start. As most of these players are. Mercer away the back to Van Velsen. He tries to look outside to Artemiev. Can't find the partner. Oh, that's a shocking pass. Oh, and a high tackle. Oh, Artemiev, instant yellow card. And he is off for 10. High tackle on Kato, and Artemiev is off. Well, that's a big blow here. That's a massive blow for the Saints. And the Newcastle Falcons give the ball to Hodgson. And he's going to have a shot at goal from near on halfway. He'll be over 50 metres on the angle, but he's having a shot. Here he comes, steps up, strikes it nicely on target. But Dixon, Glenn Dixon, interestingly, 2 Dixons in the lineup today. His kick is out on the full, is it? Well, was he inside or was he outside? What's the call? That's a tough one. He stepped out by a metre. And it's going to be a line out here for the Falcons. To the front they go, nicely taken from Toms. They look out to the left. They go through Hodgson to Hellier. Wide out to the left for Tate. And it's Tate eventually taken out nicely. Beautiful tackle from Elliott. He puts Tate into touch. And they'll be waiting for the chance to get Artemiev back on the field because they need a full complement here. And here's a big attacking weapon for this team. Dixon goes to Elliott. Fires it wide for Walduck. Oh, and then, no, of course, Artemiev isn't there. Oh, and that could be close. That is a mistake there through the back line.
Crouch.
Used to Artemiev. It's gone dead in goal as well.
Sit.
Things not going right here for the Saints at the moment. Newcastle get a good shove and they easily claim that ball. They go to the short side. Kato coming it back in nicely for Hogg. Out to the left side for Hellier. And a try for the Falcons. Well, it was always coming, especially out on that side. Man down. They went the short side. Kato brilliantly drew in a couple of defenders. And then switched it back to the left. A great pass from Hogg, and Hellier had the easy job splitting the centres in half. When he had numbers, still had his other winger, Michael Tate, waiting in the wings. Didn't need him. And a great play from the Falcons, who take the lead. And at this stage, they by far look the best team out there on the field today. Joel Hodgson will have a second attempt at goal. Of course, his first one was a penalty attempt from an absolute age away. This one's a lot simpler. And he makes a little mistake, slicing it between the posts. And a well-deserved 7-point lead here for the Falcons. And the Saints get their man back from the bin. It is Artemiev back on the field. And a full complement of 15 players after half an hour. It's Glenn Dixon will kick off. Of course, 2 Dixons in the team today for the Saints. Lee Dixon, the scrum half, and a Glenn Dixon, the fly half. Interesting combination. First time we've seen it as they go to the left through Tate. Feeding brilliantly. Keeping this alive through Hogg. And he goes into touch. The number 8 into touch again. It was a nice play from the Falcons. Just running out of support with the ball runner. It's a great run, great passing, great offloads. Here's Dixon. Artemiev back from the bin. Looks to step through the middle of the field.
Release.
But gets halted very quickly. Waiting for it here, the Saints. Options left and right. They go to Walduck. Oh, he's all alone out there. He's only got a chase from Lawson. He chips ahead. It's Walduck. A wall on the hooker. And a try for the Saints. Brilliant try from Walduck. He's been in and out of the first team this year, but that is a piece of his class. He only had the hooker, Lawson, to beat. There we go, he smoked him for pace. Coming up against Alex Tate, chipped over the top and had plenty of speed to regather. And the first try for the Saints today, to the left side. Great play, great try for Walduck. Making a play for that centres jersey. Once again, and Dixon will have a chance to tie this up as we head to the break. Just about time for halftime. Not the easiest of kicks here for Dixon, but what's he got? Can he match up with Myler as halftime blows? Dixon lets away a ripper. And the scores at half-time will be all tied up at 7 apiece. What a first half we've had here. The Falcons, they've sniffed an opportunity and they're doing their, well, level best here to try and snatch a win over one of the top sides from the competition. It is the Newcastle Falcons 7, the Northampton Saints 7 also. We can have a look at the stats, and the Falcons, you can see, well, they've been having the better of the match so far. 54% of possession and territory. Of course, it is Artemiev who spent 10 minutes in the bin. Just 14 tackles aside here, that's not very much in the way of defence by these two teams. And of course, kicks at the bottom, 6-7, and 2 scrums going the way of the Falcons. Of course, that high tackle penalty resulted in the try for the Falcons. If the Saints can keep their discipline together, well, they should be odds on to secure this victory and go one step closer to those semi-final matchups in just one more week of regular season. But they have to get past the Falcons here. It's 7-all. It is 4th versus 12th. 20 losses on the trot for the Falcons. Have they got a win in them? Let's get down to the second half and see just what they have in store for the 40 minutes. Glenn Dixon has had a decent nudge at this number 10 jumper. Alongside Lee Dixon as scrum half. It's been a good 9-10 performance as Dixon kicks off. He goes high up into the sky and it's taken nicely down from McLeod. And Lawson rumbles it up for the Falcons. Blair, short side, but there's way too much defence as Toms makes a massive run. Spectacular run there from the second rower, setting up nicely for the Falcons. Have another shot. This time they come wide. Artemiev commits, and he gives Cato the chance before Walduck cleans him up. Inside they go for Hodgson, and he's taken from the defence of James Wilson. Look at the Saints here, they're piling in this ruck nicely, and they turn it over. Artemiev delivers a massive pass. Elliott throws it out the back door. Walduck waits for it, goes to Dixon. Dixon to PC. Can PC get away? Oh, that's a good run from PC. Took a shot from Tate at the back, but put him to the deck. Even though he's lost possession, though, that's not the best result. Now they come to the right side. Oh, that's a beautiful run there from Montelier. And he feeds it off for Barnes, who drives through the centre. Setting up the ball once again, McLeod. Oh, they change directions again, and Cato and Artemiev having a real bundle here on this wing.
Release.
Can they get the ball back here, the Saints? They need possession, and they get it back nicely now. Artemiev on the left side has to kick. Really put under pressure there from the scrum half Dixon. And in the end makes a decent fist of his kick as well. Midway 22 and 10 metre line. Lawson will have the throw, goes nicely to the front for Toms, and they drive on the back of the second rower. Coming up the back is again for Montelier. And he goes straight into the heart of the defence. Up it goes again, big charge. Massive shot. And that is Clark. Oh, it's Delson. That is a massive shot right around the head. And of course, It's given a chance for the Falcons to take the lead here. Hodgson will line up a penalty. Oh, goodness me. It's going to go wide. It has gone wide. Horribly kick from Hodgson. That is a real chance to win the match there for the Falcons. And Hodgson has blown it wide. Unbelievable miss. As we head towards the hour mark of this match, Dixon goes long with the 22 dropout. And it sets up perfectly for the Falcons as they come to the left. Oh, now Hellier has been hammered. And Walduck is responsible for that one. Dowson gets one. Walduck's got one, but they haven't seen a yellow like Artemiev. And it really lets the Falcons away with too much territory. It's stumped away from Hodgson again, and he rakes it upfield. And once again, they have a line out near the 22 of the Saints. What can they cook up this time? Lawson goes to the middle this time, and McLeod nicely takes it down. Saints try not to commit too much, but they're really getting hammered backwards here. Now it's up and away. Cato plays the inside ball nicely. Comes back to Hodgson. And he's caught and driven backwards. A good hit from the Saints in defence. This one's a stalemate. And the ruck comes back the side of the Saints. Good work. And the ruck. Dixon away to Waller. He keeps it alive. Oh, intercepted. Beautiful work from Cato. Shut that play down. Becker goes for Hellier. Drop goal. Is it going? It is over. Hellier gets a drop goal to go with his try. And the Newcastle Falcons take the slenderest of lead. That just got over too. And on the 67th minute, the Falcons are leading this one by a whisker. What a matchup this is. Should be one-sided, but Cato will run it back, giving it to, well, the real point scorer, Hellier. And he takes it to ground. Up for Blair. Blair with a little run and he kicks. That's not a bad kick from Blair. The pressure's on at the back here for the Saints. And PC will just dive on it and put it dead in goal. Forcing the 22 dropout with 10 to go. What can the Saints deliver? Dixon goes long. They've performed not badly here, but they just have not scored enough points when it comes to the try scoring. Hellier has been outstanding as they come to the right side. Nice tackle, nice play. Keeping it for Cato. Back inside it goes for Hogg. Hogg tries to take it nicely for his side, and he does deliver it backwards for Blair. Oh, and another high tackle. That is the fourth high tackle of this match. And the Saints look like they might choke on this one. It is Artemiev with a second yellow. Quite remarkable here. Not long to go. And this will make the gap 6 points. That's if he can get it. Of course, he missed one from a similar spot. 5 minutes remaining. It's going to hit the uprights. Oh, dear me. He's going to regather as well. Remarkable stuff. It's picked up beautifully from Tate. And he goes to ground.
Release.
Whoa, it's hit the post. Unbelievable stuff. They go the short side. Beautiful run from Mayhew. Giving it to Cato. Just on the line. He's caught short. The Saints could be going home without a win here. It's 10-7. They've got the ball. The buzzer goes for full time. Elliott's out wide. He's still got Walduck with him. Walduck will run it. He's waiting for support from PC. PC's in touch. No, he's not. He's given it away. Unbelievable turn of events here. The Falcons have it back. They'll run it up the middle through McLeod. And he goes to ground. Stall ball here for the Falcons. Massive shot. That put him to ground very quickly. Here's Blair. He gets hammered as well.
Release.
Why aren't the Falcons kicking this out? Unbelievable what they're doing here. It goes back over the top. It's picked up from Dowson. He's running it. They have to. Dixon's open out there. He gives it to Walduck. Walduck's free. He goes back inside for Wood. And Wood gets hammered.
Release.
Good defence from the Falcons. They've got the ball back. Now they go wide. Hellier looking for K2. Goodness, that's two he's been horribly close on. Can the Falcons score? Can they take this one home with an extra point in the bag? Denying the Saints. They're going to run it from the goal line again through Walduck. Outside to PC. PC steps. Throws out the back door. It's a try. Oh, unbelievable. Try to Lawson. And the Falcons get their first win of the season. The Saints had to do something. They had to take the risks. But this second-rate 15 just has not performed. PC had the chance. Oh, he just blew it. Something horribly ridiculous. There was just not the speed, not the power. There wasn't the responsibility and the players to take that one by the scruff at all. And the Falcons, well, they take a massive win. In the context of their season, their 20-match losing streak has been snapped. And the Saints, well, they're the unlucky side. Hodgson's conversion just slides in. And it's a nice kick. Of course, could have been so much different if he had just got his penalties, but it is all over. Full time is gone. And the Falcons, for the first time this season, celebrate victory. 17-7. A magnificent effort. In their home stadium, they have taken out the fourth place Saints in what can only be described as their weakest performance of this season. A full rundown of the scores here. 17-7. It was 2 tries for the Falcons. Lawson and Hellier with one apiece. Hodgson remarkably converted both of them, but he also missed 2 penalty shots at goal. Hellier got the job goal. That was vital. That's what gave them the lead at 10-7. But I'm surprised that the Falcons wanted to keep playing. They wanted to deny the Saints of a point. They could have lost in the match when it was just 13-7. The Saints did what they could, but they just couldn't get that vital break, and it's cost them in the end, going home with no points at all. And just one try and conversion to speak of. Walduck got that. It was a good try too. Breaking away on the short side, chipping over the top of Alex Tate, and then putting in the finishing touches. Dixon converted. He had a good game, but his backs just did not respond with him at the helm at all. It was the possession that really cost the Saints. 31%. That's not enough to win a match. Territory also 37, but how much of that was put down to that last 10 or 15 minutes where they attacked in their own goal line because time was up. They had to do something, and it didn't work out on the end for today, but on any other day they could have been a fantastic 110-metre try. Line breaks was led by the Falcons. You have to say they did play the better match of the two sides. 11-7 on the line breaks and the handling errors. They only made one, the Falcons. The Saints made a poor 10. And of course, the yellow cards and high tackles. 4 high tackles that really eased the pressure that the Saints asserted at any point. 4 deliberate bad penalties, 2 of them yellow carded. And an all-round poor performance from the Saints wraps up round 21. Revenge for the Falcons after losing in round 10. And they will take their first 4 points for a win. And they can have a look at the table with, well, happy eyes. And we'll see how that affects the Saints now. And the chances of catching third now are really all but out the window. So results from round 21 have seen the London Irish with a win over Exeter. Bath getting a 7-point win over Gloucester. The Leicester Tigers thumping Worcester. And the South Sharks getting hammered by Saracens. Of course, the match we just watched, 17-7. The Falcons with their first win over the Saints. That's 4-4 stuff from the Saints. Harlequins carried on their merry way. They'll secure third now with a 34-8 win over the London Wasps. The table with the Falcons, look at them. They're joyful down the bottom there. 21 matches, and they have 7 points. And well, if they win that last match, they could possibly overtake the Exeter Chiefs. What a turn of events. Amazing that they're only 1 bonus point less than the Saints in 4th. Of course, the Saints still have a 14-point lead over Gloucester in 5th, so there's no chance of losing that spot. But how much damage will that do to the confidence of those bench players who will probably be returning there next week? It will probably be a close to full-strength side again. Maybe Walduck was impressive getting that try. A couple of the front rows did all right as well. It wasn't the most clinical display, but it won't cost them too dearly in the end. A good week off for their frontline players. So that leaves us with our last match of the season. That is against the Leicester Tigers. Well, that's going to be massive. The top side in the competition, and possibly, depending on this result and other results, of course, this could be the semi-final. If you look at the table on the right-hand side there, the Leicester Tigers have 90 points, Harlequins 88 and Saracens 85. So there's still a massive possibility that either 3 of those sides could swap places. A loss here to the Tigers could see them drop down. They have to have a look at the table again. Who are all 4 sides? Okay, so all the top 4 sides have 1 match still to play. So we'll have a little quick look here. You can tell there, even Saracens possibly could overtake Leicester Tigers if they get enough points, which they'll need about 110. But, you know, anything's possible. The likelihood is that Harlequins could possibly overtake the Tigers if the Saints beat the Tigers, and that would make a very interesting semi-final against Harlequins, who we beat just a couple of weeks back. So that is all possible. We'll have to see what the table tells us after our final match-up, but it is the Saints versus the Tigers, and a good opportunity to reinstate all those players who got a rest this week against the Falcons. A disappointing result, and they'll be returning to see if they can take out the top place Tigers. And that is us for today. Thank you for watching the Aviva Premiership on Cornflakes Crib, and I'll be back soon with plenty more, and round 22 as well. And until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the match, and as always, take care.